Hello everyone! So this video is going to be a continuation of series sharing my experience in Amanduuuh 38's tournament. If you haven't watched the second part, I highly suggest you do so. I'll be leaving an annotation link right now and in the description below. So without further ado, let's get right into the game. So we left off with me taking the win in my semi-final game. Now my game was actually the last game before the finals, so I didn't have time to analyze footage. It was straight into the finals lobby for me after that. But that doesn't mean I didn't have a plan going into the finals. Now, one thing that never really showed its true potential was my plan with the gas grenade. I've entered culling tournaments before, and I know what it's like when people are trying their hardest to win. What usually ends up happening is you get a multi-man fight in the center. As a trapper, I found that it wasn't enough to trap up mid and medkit in the gas, because if two players were aware of your existence in the gas, then the most logical action for them to take is to simply wait you out.
We're down to it! Oh! And Brizzy gets the kill! Brizzy and Buzz Lightyear go to the final! Runes, with all the strategy, does not go to the final.
Meaning that you could only avoid that random clusterfuck of people, arrows, and explosives for a short amount of time. And if they chose not to fight, then your strategy to heal past that stage is basically nulled out.
Oh! Oh no! Pump Gun wins it! Pump Gun wins it! Runes had the game!
So, in came the gas grenade. When the standing room phase closed in far enough, I could force people to fight or die. One thing to also note is that the other contestants are probably going to play more passive this time around. There's a certain skill set that allows you to make it to this round. These players know what risk they can take, what their win conditions are, and that the other players should be of high skill level, whether it be of combat, strategy, or ability to survive. So, my build choice was exactly the same thing as last time: Speedy Spear, Woundless, and Leg Day with the Medic Airdrop. The Medic Airdrop will give me 2 healing items and a backpack, which is perfect for the strategy I have in mind. So I spawned here, and I really like spawning here because it's close to the mid area, and as a trapper I love spawning here. Now I make my spear and I make my caltrops, and I head over to this building over here, but I see this bunk barrel, so I go ahead and collect it. I want to head over to this building here because if no one spawns here, then it's nice extra loot for me to take. Now, someone does spawn here, so unfortunately I don't feel like contesting it because my win condition right now is to survive and play it safe, and getting into an early fight and him getting into that building first would not be a smart idea, so I just go to the next building, the closest one to me. Find myself a bandage, which is nice, and a backpack. Now, I can actually hear someone enter the top side, and he closes the gap on me so quickly. I freaked out a little here. He got a bunch of free damage over me, and I used this corner to recover stamina. Now, I actually dodge his knife throw here, and as I'm approaching the door, I know that he wants to throw it at that choke point and get a free hit, so I'm gonna run over to the side, dodge it, and that will give me an opportunity to pick up the knife. So I managed to pick up his knife, and for some reason, he decides to keep chasing me even though he has no weapon. So I was really confused. I was thinking maybe he had something up his sleeve, but I used this gas canister as a security to disengage whenever I want, and I decided to take him on because he's got no weapon. I'm pretty sure I can take this fight. We are standing by the gas canister, so I know if I ever need to leave this fight, I can do so. On top of that, I have a bandage. I can secure my win in this fight. He starts to run away, but I know that I pretty much have this kill, and I have double movement speed perks, so he's not gonna get away from me. And just like that, in the first 1 minute and 30 seconds of the game, I managed to take a kill. Now right here, he actually placed a claymore that I didn't see. And can we just appreciate for a moment that that claymore dropped me to 4 HP or 3 HP. If I had not healed up, I would have been dead. I would have been second dead out of the tournament 2 minutes into the tournament. Now, that is just some insane luck. Thank the culling gods that happened. So now, I'm just gonna heal up to 50 and use 2 bandages to get myself back to full. Now right here, I do lag a bit, which kinda scared me because I was like, oh my god. The most important tournament, and I get this lag. So, I'm gonna find this bandage, heal up. Now, I do have 2 20 funk items in my inventory right now, so I really want to get to a recycle machine. But I remember that I haven't finished looting this building, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I was gonna craft a bow. Oh my god, I hit caltrops. I was gonna craft a bow with that knife that I picked up from him, but luckily decided not to because I was thinking maybe I could find a bow in this building, and I did. So I tap off on health, and I see this guy, and it looks like he wanted to fight, but I pull out my bow to scare him off, because no one wants to fight a person with a bow when they don't have one themselves. So, I do have steel snares, and I want to set it up at mid. And I place them very sneakily, because what I want to do is I want to get kills. So, instead of placing them super obvious like I did last game, I'm going to place them very, very sneakily so that maybe people don't see them, and they just straight run into them. Now, that snare placement is actually extremely dirty, because you can't even see it at all. So if I run through it and you're chasing me, there's almost little to no counterplay for you to know that it's there. So now I'm going to want to head to a recycling station. The closest one is actually up here, so I start making my way over.
Next up is Loot Pinata. Get to the center arena and hit one of the floating crates to get what's inside.
That is until I hear a loot pinata, so I decide to do a 360 and head over. Because now loot pinatas come almost instantly, and since I'm in the middle, I am the closest person to get this loot pinata. I drop my 2 weapons, and I make my way over to this pinata. I'm hoping it's something good. It's a free airdrop 18 minutes into the game. It's a machete. It's the survivalist airdrop, and that's a really great airdrop to get. I get myself a body armor and a tactical machete and a stamina shot and a medkit. Now medkits are actually a huge part of my strategy, so I am quite happy with this airdrop. Now I'm trying to decide, okay, I have so many 20 funk items that I need to sell. I don't really know how to go about selling them. So I drop my medkit, or not my medkit, my stamina shot, pick up my tanto knife, and I make my way over to the selling machine. I have no intention of using this blade because I don't need it. With my strategy, I shouldn't be able to, or I shouldn't need to melee someone that much, and by the time I do fight person, then the HP advantage is just going to be so high that it doesn't matter what weapon I have. So, selling those 2 items gave me enough for my airdrop, and I'm just gonna go ahead and call it in right here. I do have traps very, very close by, so if someone does contest, I can bait them into it pretty easily should I start losing a fight. But I also have body armor and a bow, so I'm pretty stacked. And I stash my medkit right here, and I throw it multiple times because I want it to be invisible, and it rolls into that little crack right there, making it completely invisible from anyone passing by. So I'm just waiting for my airdrop, and while I'm waiting, I think, well, I'm just gonna grab this rock and throw it there. I don't know why I did that, maybe for setup. Shoot down my airdrop, and I make my way over to get it. No one contested, and I feel pretty good about it. Get my airdrop, and it's medic. Now I have effectively 248 extra HP ready for mid. I'm gonna keep the OJ and a medkit on me in case I get into trouble and I'm not able to make it back into my base. And I have this backpack, and it's really awkward for me to have it right now because I don't need armor, so I don't really know what to do with it. I don't want to sell it because selling would take too much time. So I place it over there, and hopefully maybe somebody sees it and runs to it out of excitement and falls to my snare. Now I do hear a fight over here, so I'm gonna go ahead and check it out. Maybe I can get a free kill and vulture them. So after listening for a bit, it looked like they disengaged the fight, and I'm just gonna play it safe. I stash my stamina shot here, and I go ahead and break this barrel because
It's time for free crate
I don't
launching.
like having
In 2 minutes,
dangerous
free crates will spawn in the
environment
center arena. One of them
to
has a
hazard
reward. The other 2 will
near me.
detonate in your face. That's free crate Monty. Good luck. Would you like to
So I'm just playing it safe, making sure that when I head over to this recycle station, nobody is nearby, and I go ahead and sell this ice axe. Now I head over back to mid, and something that just came to my mind was I actually didn't want to sell that backpack because I wanted to save it to craft armor for later should I need to. Now there are a shit ton of airdrops flying into the sky, so I go ahead and try and see if I can shoot them down. Unfortunately, I cannot. I go ahead and craft myself some more arrows, fill myself up all the way to the max, because the more arrows I have, the better. And bunk is not really a problem for me. I am filthy rich. So now it's all about just trapping up mid, and I'm gonna go ahead and stash my medkit here as well. I mean, not my medkit, stamina shot, and I'm going to be throwing it multiple times because I'm trying to make it invisible like I did with my medkit. And I see this guy here, and I pull out my bow, fire a few warning shots.
Free crates to the center arena. Only 1 crate has an item in it. The other 2 are full of bees.
Unfortunately, none of them land. So a 3 crate Monty happens, and I decide to do it because that's another free airdrop. Now there's a little trick here that you can do that allows you to take 0 damage from this 3 crate Monty. Now this is a really bad airdrop, but it's a free airdrop, so I'll take it. And I get another backpack, and this backpack is really awkward for me to have. I don't want it, but I also don't want to sell it because it would just take too long for me to sell, and I don't need to sell anything right now. Funk is not something I need. What I need to do right now is make traps. So I decide to make use of these wooden stairs that I found and place them right here in the middle. Now I make my way over to the free sticks and rocks in this area because it's always better to use these free sticks and rocks that you find everywhere than chopping down a tree. And the entirety of the game now is just to keep making caltrops and throwing them everywhere. Now I do place them right here because it's just an unexpected place for someone to place them, and the more times I damage someone with my caltrops, the better, because they have to spend time either crafting bandages for it, leaving them in a vulnerable spot, and overall just annoying them, slowing down my opponents on a macro level. So I do get into a bullfight with this guy here, and I start backing off because I don't really want to fight it, but also I wanted to bait him into my caltrops that I recently placed. He doesn't fall for it though. He's a smart guy. He played it safe. So now, I'm still looking to place caltrops, as many caltrops as I can on the map. Now, someone could argue that if I had stashed my orange juice or medkit, then I could have been a lot more efficient finding and creating more traps, but it is a lot safer for me to do it like this. Now, the gas is closing in, so I want to make my gas bomb right now so that I can secure having a gas bomb for the late game. So I go ahead and make my way over back to my base, and I stash my gas bomb. There's no real way of hiding a gas bomb, it's just so bright, but that little corner is probably the best corner I can get it into. So back again, want to top up my arrows here, and I start chopping away. Just want to keep making caltrops. So I go ahead and place some caltrops here, because I want the top of culmination to be in my control as well. If the top side of culmination is filled with my caltrops, then my opponents have more incentive to jump down before I do. On top of that, if they chase me, then I have my caltrops to kite around with. So I see that guy in the distance there, try to get a pot shot, and this guy actually starts trying to contest my base, but unfortunately he doesn't chase me. If I could have gotten him into that steel snare, that would have been really great. And now We are gas phase 1. So people are being forced into the middle, and I'd like to make a bandage to top off. Things are going to start to get intense. So I'm gonna leave my bandage right here, and I'm gonna go ahead and make another set. Now, I don't really want to use that bandage until I get hit by another arrow, because 8 HP isn't really worth a bandage for me right now, and the chances of me getting hit by a random arrow is very high, like right now. So I go ahead and take my branch and place it right here. I'm gonna grab that bandage I just made and heal up. I place that branch there because now what I can do is just grab the stick and do my crafting over there. Now I do try to throw it, but unfortunately I accidentally scroll up on my mouse wheel, so I'm just gonna have to walk it over, and there's this guy shooting bow and arrow at me. So yeah, this guy is really annoying, but it looks like he doesn't want to come up to my base because he knows it's dangerous to try and contest the base. So I toss my band-aid right there, and I want to make another one. I want to make as many bandages as I can, so that for the late game, if I happen to get unlucky and just get hit by 50 arrows, I'm gonna have so many bandages that it won't matter. I would like to save my medkit as much as possible, so that's why I am crafting bandages. So one more stick as the gas phase closes, and this guy shows himself, and I just fire a few pot shots, make sure he stays away from me, and I use that stick for more arrows. Now the gas is closing in to phase 2, and it's getting really intense. Now I want to rearrange my items to be more accessible to me, so I go ahead and do that. Now I want to apply as much pressure as I can with my bow here, because I just have so much healing ability, so I do move up a lot and try to get a better angle getting these shots. Now, from this point on in the game, it's just going to be a lot of camping and pot shots. As expected from people playing to their win conditions, it doesn't make sense to try and make a move or play aggressive here. I go ahead and try and sneak a shot on this guy here. Maybe he doesn't see me or notice me, but he does, and unfortunately, I don't get that free shot, so it's pretty much a wait until the 2-minute mark when the gas closes in. People are making good use of the cover, and I'm not able to get any good shots in. Or maybe I'm just bad at the bow. Could be a combination of both. Now, that guy does get a free shot on me, and it doesn't matter because I have a bandage. So I go ahead and heal up. Now we're getting to the exciting part. It is closing. My plan is coming to fruition, and we are going to see how this turns out. Get a good shot on that guy down there, and I use my bow to pressure these two guys. Now from the looks of it, they don't actually have bows themselves, so this will be easy. And this guy just did not want to fight at all. He instantly started running away the moment I came close to him, so I know that if I keep pressing him forward, melee style, he's just gonna keep running away. I pop my OJ, and that guy jumps down, and the other guy jumps down, and that's my time to throw down the gas grenade. I grab my medkit, and my bandage, and I'm ready to go. So I heal up at 40 HP, because it takes 4 seconds to apply a medkit. So yeah, I'm just waiting for 40 HP again. And the DPS actually goes up to 10 HP, and unfortunately, feels bad, man.
While still maintaining a decent amount of health, and he doesn't. Wait, he messed up the med kit! Oh my god, he messed up the med kit, and Pumpgun takes it! Are you? Oh my god, no!
Oh my god.
He messed it up! He messed it up the med kit!
No.
Oh my god! He played that perfectly with all of the healing that he had.
How
and
did
he just timed it wrong. He got greedy.
Runes, what are you doing?
Pumpgun takes it. Oh
Pumpgun wins. Alright, now this is gonna take a minute because there was a giant shit show. Everyone, so as you can see, the final standings are decided, and it came down to just literally just kills and play. It was just it was really close. It was close, especially considering all that crazy stuff. So in first place and winner of $300 is Pumpgun Lewis, and if I'm not mistaken, this is his second tournament win under his belt.
Clap is in the chat.
Clap is what?
You'll see them.
That sounds really gross.
What? You'll see it.
Okay. And then in second place we have Runes with 50 points, with just 1 kill away from tying, but Pumpkin still would have gotten it in that case. If he had killed 2 more people, he would have definitely pulled into first. He pulled some insane maneuvering there in the last, and now I'm terrified. I am terrified to see what's gonna happen in real games.
So that's it for the video, guys. That's my experience for Amanda's tournament. Thank you for watching my videos. I enjoyed sharing my experience with you guys. If you stuck with me and watched all 3 parts, I'd like to give a special thanks to you. It was a lot of hard work to get these videos out as quickly as possible to stay relevant within the time frame of the tourney hype. Now, I only ask one thing of you guys, and that's to blow up that like button, blow up the comment section, and if you can't think of anything to say, just comment #Runes'Raiders. I have a blast reading comments. If you have any questions, be sure to ask. I love answering them. I've got quite a bit of things planned for the future. Now keep in mind that my frequency uploading will slow down a bit, but I want to let you guys in on what I have planned next. So, Killing Streamers with Reactions episode 7 is underway, and I might get on Making Chill Commentaries episode 2, talking about my opinions on the upcoming Player XP system. Now, another thing is that I might actually start streaming too. There's quite a bit of setup that I have to go through to make sure that the stream is high quality, so the official announcement date of my very first culling stream won't be for quite a while. But keep in touch. It's going to be interesting to have the guy who kills streamers streaming. So yeah, that's it. Bye.